Welcome to the Argue Your Point podcast. Here are your hosts, Jeff Mitri and Mason Mitri.
All right. Argue Your Point podcast, episode number 8.
Number 8? Really?
8, and we have not missed a single week since we started, so...
Yeah, there's a little Christmas break there. But yeah, we got a good podcast today, talking about NFL, mostly the NBA trade deadline day. That was today at 3. A lot of big trades. Sabres play the Penguins. And we got some what's it called? Rapid fire. So we need to get some good music for that. Yeah, it's all coming up.
We do have a rapid fire set up for today?
Yeah, I do have a couple of questions.
Oh, okay.
At the back, I also have some notes. But yeah, this is going to be a good podcast. And do you want to start us off with a little icebreaker?
Yeah, so the other day we went thrifting. We went to this thrift store, and we were looking for a monitor, which I ended up buying one on Amazon anyways.
Yeah.
But so we went to this thrift store, and there was these 2 employees standing on both sides of a clothes rack, okay? And they were speaking very passionately about what it was that they were talking about. They were having an argument, and the woman's side of the argument was they used to sell lobsters to peasants, to poor people, and he's like, no. He's like, lobsters are a rich person food. And she's like, no, they used to sell lobsters on trains. And he's like, they didn't sell lobsters on trains. And she said, yes, they did in the dining cars. And so I did a little research, and it was actually a quite fascinating story that those 2 people in the thrift store were happening. I think they're both employees there.
Can we hear this?
No, it's actually quite fascinating. So lobsters used to be fed to like prisons.
Yeah.
And prisoners rather. And because it was everywhere. It was just washing up on shore. And they actually had to limit the amount of lobsters they were allowed to feed prisoners because it was considered inhumane. And then they served them on the trains to just regular folk. But then what they realized is that with the trains, they put on ice, and you could bring lobsters inland where they've never seen a lobster or tasted one before. Then, of course, they paired it with butter, and what the real breakthrough was, the restaurants and the companies, they used the lobster image logo as a fun marketing ploy, and it worked. And people bought in, and then it became more of a delicacy. Obviously, it's not cheap to take lobster on a train in packed ice from the ocean to inland. So now it's not a peasant food. They don't serve it in prisons.
No, it's for big steakhouse like restaurants.
Yep, and it's really expensive.
Yeah, kind of like wasn't caviar like that almost? I think they made it look like super cheap, but then the demand got higher.
Really?
The fish went down and down. Yeah, so.
Crazy story from eavesdropping on thrift store employees.
Thrift stores. We also thought you were going to do the other thrift store icebreaker.
Oh, no.
Kind of switched it up on me.
No.
No.
We're not talking about Saquon Barkley.
Okay. Okay, I guess to start us off here.
Let's go.
So,
argue your point.
Start off the podcast today. We're going to talk about the NFL international games. Now, I remember when they did it, they started it in the 80s, 70s. They did it
the Olympic Games, you mean?
No, just international.
Oh, NFL international games. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have a card from Pro Set 1991, maybe.
Sweet.
And it's NFL in Japan, NFL in Germany. It's really cool, but this year they have, let me count real quick. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they got 7 different places, but there's going to be 10 games total.
Nice, yeah. So where are they playing this year?
So they're going to do 3 games in London. They're going to do 1 in Madrid, 1 in Mexico City, Rio de Janeiro, 1 in Paris, 1 in Munich, and 1 in Melbourne. But
so the one in Paris that's never been done.
Yeah.
Madrid, London.
They did
Rio.
Mexico City last year. They do London like every year almost.
Yeah, in Rio, I think they've done before, but Paris has never. There's never been NFL football in Paris. I don't believe.
Yeah, but
In Australia, that's Melbourne's a different continent than.
yeah.
Well, you got South America,
North
Europe,
America, New Ireland.
Australia,
Oh, yeah, not New Ireland.
all there. Yeah. So the question is, I guess, when does international expansion go too far? Well, do you want me to answer that?
I actually would like to answer that. Maybe we could both answer it.
All right, you go first.
When
Maybe
they
we
do,
have a different perspective on this.
You know,
I don't
when
know.
they do more games, like Buffalo, they did that Toronto series. You're always, you're limiting yourself
the
to less.
Bills home games that were in Toronto, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay,
Like-
yeah.
Like every time you do that, one team gets one less home game. It's less money for the team's home stadium. But
Right.
on the other side, fans in Europe want to see NFL. Let's say you have season tickets to a Bills game. It's like if you just go to one Bills game in 10 years, then go to 9 every season, then you're gonna want to go. And you're gonna be more excited for that one. I think the fans in London and Madrid gonna be more excited. Probably gonna spend more money for the NFL jerseys.
Yeah,
That's what I
well,
think.
they sell a lot
There's
of
like a
jerseys
plus
from
minus.
those.
NFL
Events.
standpoint.
Yeah, well, so the minus is that, the hometown fans don't get, they get one less home game. But, if they shell out a bunch of money, and if you're going to Melbourne, it's going to be a lot of money and a long plane ride. But you have a chance to go on a vacation where maybe otherwise you wouldn't normally go to that place. And if you go early or stay late, and check out the city that it takes you to, then that's cool. But, I think the overall scope of it is the growth of the game.
Yeah,
So,
trying to get people in Asia who have probably never been to an NFL game, trying to introduce them to it.
well,
It's just a
more.
money
I'm
standpoint.
talking more about monetarily. Yeah, money.
Yeah, just
so,
money.
So you can't have a business, no matter what it is. Let's say it makes $3 billion. The next year it's got to make
$5
at
billion.
least 10% more than $3 billion,
Yeah.
or whatever. Maybe it's 12.5% is the.
Definitely not $5 billion.
But it's got to grow. So in order to grow, you grow into new markets,
Yeah.
and that can be a detriment to the long-standing fans. But I embrace it. I like to watch businesses of all kinds grow, and seeing and they can make mistakes and they can pull back the curtain a little bit.
Our business, AYP. Woo woo.
Yeah, and yeah, I like seeing these games, but and I like waking up at 9:30 and seeing a game.
Yeah, because you're waking up. Normally, you have to wait till 1. Unless it's college football, you can wait till like 12.
But there was last year, like the Eagles played like
This
the second game. It was like Friday
Brazil.
at 5 or
It was
something.
a Brazil game. It was
Yeah.
Packers, Packers,
Weird
Eagles.
time.
Yeah.
So I guess it can go too far when it's just at weird times.
Yeah, but also you have to think about, bye weeks. You don't want to have a game that's in London or, say, Munich, and then immediately have an away game. Because you have to think about, the fatigue, the travel, the expenses, all that.
Yeah, I don't really care too much about that. I mean,
Okay,
they can sit in ice baths and, sleep on the plane.
yeah, so do you want to go on to the Super Bowl anomalies? Anomalies?
Yeah, let's transition to that.
Okay,
Whoa,
so for the Super Bowl, what's at stake for the Patriots? If the Patriots win, they will have 7 Super Bowls, the most of all time. But if they lose, they will have the most Super Bowl losses of all time, which is something to also take care of. So Patriots are going to break a record, even if they win, if they lose. So I think that's something you should take in count for. And since 2001, teams wearing white jerseys, and the Patriots are wearing white jerseys, have about 80% chance to win. That's just since 2001, 80% chance for white jerseys. And Patriots are wearing. And
they're
right
wearing
now,
whites.
the
They're wearing
current
whites
odds.
because they're saying we're the road warriors, even though they've had 2 home games in the playoffs, but they're 9-0 this season on the road.
Yeah.
That's why they're the Road Warriors this season. We're going to wear white.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
also
it's the Patriot way.
also think about it. Do you think this is just a coincidence or will it be superstition? Will it let also, you know what else? Is
That's got
Sam
nothing.
Darnold.
No, yeah, that's superstition. That's
Yeah.
straight up superstition. It doesn't matter what color your jersey is. That doesn't decide who wins the game. Unless you believe in those, it's all scripted. It's not WWE.
You know, unless it was.
Even though, they probably do have partnerships with them because WWE is scripted, but they're really good at entertaining a crowd.
Yeah,
So
that's why,
sometimes they can benefit from their expertise of running a crowd. That's what they do. They know how to get you to boo and they know how to get you to cheer.
Yeah, I mean they make some of the guys in
Tangent over
WWE like, some of them are favorites. Then some of them are like, some of them you don't like. Some it's just all it's all very, how do I say this? It's really smart what they do. They make, some players or some wrestlers more liked, some more disliked.
Yeah.
And that's how they pull in
It's
crowds.
funny.
But yeah, so
I watch WWE sometimes, as you know, for pure comedy. It's funny. I don't know. Sometimes I laugh when I think other people are like, "Oh man, did you see that?" I think it was like, yeah, I did see that. It's hilarious.
okay.
That's just me though.
So are we gonna, guys? So that is Super Bowl. We're gonna transition we're gonna stay in the NFL.
All right, let's
now
do
we're
it.
gonna talk about Bills, Justin Jefferson, and Justin Jefferson said something on podcast. Jay Jettas, yep, he said something on podcast about, if you're not gonna respect me, then he'll just walk away, and that really means, he's a star player. He's
Cryptic.
broken a lot of records, and it's more and more likely that Justin Jefferson could be Buffalo Bill. If you look
More
on,
likely. I don't know if it's more and more likely.
but also
that
something,
could just be a ploy. Sorry to cut you off, but that could just be a ploy to, renegotiate his current contract with his current team.
Yeah, but he said also that his quarterback situation is better when they had Sam Darnold. He's had the worst season of his career. 1,000 yards, still
Said
good.
that?
Yeah, he's had the worst. He's talking about, he didn't say, like, just J.J. McCarthy is bad. He said that his quarterback situation was better
Even better
with Sam
than
Darnold.
Nick Cousins?
Kirk Cousins?
Kirk Cousins?
Yeah, Nick Cousins in NFL, I think, too. Also, something
No,
else,
Nick
if
Cousins
you want
from
to
the Sabres.
bring
Used to
in
play for the Sabres.
Just Jefferson, Joe Brady, new head coach for the Bills. He was
HCJB, Joe Brady, what's up?
He was the wide receiver coach for LSU, and Just Jefferson.
Yep.
Not the head coach, but he's a wide receiver coach. So he actually said that he had a lot of connection with Joe Brady. He said he helped him. So if that's also a turning point, it's not just
36-year-old brand new head coach.
Yeah, I actually looked it up. He was the LSU wide receiver, and then he was like the LSU offensive or quarterback coach, one of those.
Nice.
Then he went to Carolina for a year to be their offensive coordinator.
Yep.
And now he's the Buffalo Bills coach. Yeah, Carolina.
Well, when did he work for Sean Payton?
Sean Payton? Carolina?
No, I think it was for the Saints. He worked at the Saints for a little bit.
I checked out his coaching thing. But he was the OC when Frank Reich was head coach. And he just got a job with the Jets, I think, today as the OC.
Who's that?
Frank Reich, the former head coach.
Frank Reich did? Really?
Yeah, I think he got a job with the Jets. I think all the OCs are on a tear just trying to find the worst offensive coordinator. He got fired in 7 weeks of his first year as Carolina. But I really think, the Jets have, trying not to get too off track here, but yeah, okay.
Okay, he started as coach, and Joe Brady in 2017 started. He was hired by Sean Payton for the New Orleans Saints as offensive assistant under Sean Payton in 2017. That was before, and then 2 years later, he joined LSU.
Yeah, 2019, that's when he was actually drafted. And that's not what Just Jefferson, he was in college. remember?
No, I was talking about Joe Brady.
Yeah, I'm talking about just Jefferson too.
Oh, okay, yep.
Yeah, I'm saying. Remember, he was either drafted. I remember Joe Burrow was drafted like 2020, 2019. Then Jamar Chase was drafted year after. So Jefferson has to be in that mix, somewhere. And I think he, if we had him, he'd be like Diggs, on that one podcast talking about, with saying how he could really, star wide receiver. He'd be a true wide receiver. Shakir's good, and Kincaid's evolving to a better one, and see what Keenan Coleman could do.
Yeah, we'll see if Keenan Coleman ever plays another down again for the Buffalo Bills, but we've got a little side bet going on that. I'm not sure if he will.
I hope he does. I don't want to.
Yeah, I hope he does too.
Yeah, don't remember when we had Marshawn Lynch? He was here for 2 years, went to Seattle, and he's a superstar.
That was a different team.
Yeah, but
different era.
position. So, should we talk about the Sabres Pittsburgh game?
No, but I will say the Justin Jefferson, there'd be no better way to earn the fans' respect and a total buy-in on the new Brady Bean era than a splash like Justin Jefferson. That would be cool.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if the Bills don't even have the cap room, but
they can wheel and deal and
restructure contracts.
Yeah, right.
Maybe trade some guys, but if they get the cap room, they probably have the assets in the first round picks and some young
trade
guys.
picks. Yep.
Yep. So I think he could be true number one. So now do we want to move on to Sabres Penguins?
Yeah, the Sabres. Sabres have been on an absolute tear.
Sabres on a warpath.
There you go. Sabres have been an absolute tear against they're 2 nights ago against Tampa. The night before that against Florida, they were down 2-0 against Florida. Came back and won that. Went into Tampa, the top team in the Atlantic, really the class of the Atlantic, and had a very similar run to Buffalo in their last 25 games. Buffalo, the more surprising team to have that run. Tampa, not as surprising. John Cooper, one of the best coaches in the league.
14 years. It's the longest.
Longest tenure.
Yeah, in the NHL right
Yeah,
now.
and he's a great coach.
Yeah.
So
2 Stanley Cups.
That game was just end action, north and south. And Colton Ellis, who is a 93rd overall pick
By St. Louis.
And just got his first ever start this season. He doesn't have. People don't think he's got a very high ceiling, but man, he played out of his mind in that game.
Incredible save.
I couldn't. We didn't win it, not because of him. He made so many saves, kept the team in the grind the whole game, action the whole game. Ended up. I can't remember enjoying a Sabres loss as much as I did that game.
Yeah.
Still got a point. Still got a point, and we moved from the wild card position to the top 3 in the Atlantic with that point. So
yeah.
There's another reason to be happy with those results. What's up?
Also about the loss, my friend watched the game. It was 5 minutes left. He went to bed and he's woke up, checked his computer, how did we lose? That's what he said. Yeah, but
well, it was close. It was close. Even in overtime, it was end to end. I watched the whole game.
Yeah.
In overtime, it was end to end. There was chances on both ends. It could have ended a different way, and it's just how some of those tight, playoff type of games are. They can go both ways, and that's how that one went.
Yeah. So tonight, Sabres Penguins, puck drop 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see. And so the last 10 games, Sabres have been 6-2-2.
Yep.
And the Penguins' last 10 have been 7-1-2. Sabres 32-18-6. Penguins 28-15-12. So this, I think it's going to be probably going to be a close game. Do you want to tell about the statistics of both teams here?
Some stats. We can look at some stats. Back in the day before internet, I used to always get the USA Today or the Buffalo News sports section, and they had all these stats, and I would memorize them, and then I'd go watch hockey games with my friends, and I would throw out all these stats, And they'd be like, dude, where do you get this from? Nobody had a cell phone to look it up. And I'm like, it's in the paper. And there'd be no way for them to like think that it was wrong or right. It was just like, all right, I guess we'll take your word for it, because there's no way to look that up unless I like try to find an article like that in the newspaper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, anyways, but now, now it's readily available and it's really cool. So goals against per game.
Well, you don't want to go about goals per game?
Goals per game are almost exactly the same.
Sabres at 0.1.
0.1. So, the Penguins are 3.38, Sabres 3.39. That's almost exactly the same. So about the same goals per game. Goals against per game. The Sabres allow a little bit more, 3.05 compared to 2.91 for the Penguins. And shots per game, no surprise here. The Penguins outshoot the Sabres 29 to 27.6. But that's all right, because the Sabres focus on quality shots. And actually, there was a stat that we're something, gosh, I like to look this up. We're something like 20, 10, and 5 when we get outshot.
Yeah.
We have a high win percentage when we're outshot.
We're efficient.
Yeah,
That's
we're
all we
all
are.
about efficiency.
Oh, yeah. Power play, penalty kill. Penguins, power play is about 6.6% more effective, but they also have a 2% more efficient at 84.2% and 26.4% for the Penguins power play and penalty kill. But Sabres have a 20.1% power play and a 82.1 penalty kill. So do you want to go in the projected
Well, you know
lineups?
what they say? You know what they say, Mason?
What do they say?
If you could take your power play and your penalty kill and add them up, if it equals 100%, then you're good.
Yeah.
So I would say the Penguins are really good because they're like
110?
they're like 110%. So, yeah, they're at the top of the league in
110.
both those categories.
110.6.
So that's
Let's do the math here. It's 110.6.
so just don't take any penalties.
Yeah,
But
check
we
out
can score
the
on penalties.
projected lineups. It's Krebs, Thompson, Tuck, Ducker, McLeod,
Well,
Quinn. These are the projected
who's
lineups for forwards.
for the forwards? Yeah, but you don't want to start left, center, right. You got to say Thompson in the center,
Okay.
Krebs
okay.
on the left, Tuck on the right.
Okay. So we got Thompson on the center, Krebs on the left, Tuck on the right. Then you got McLeod. My apologies there. On the left, you got Zucker. On the right, you got Quinn. Then you got Osland in the center, Doan on the left, Linus in the right, and Kozak center, Rosen in the left, and Mallenstein in the right.
Yeah.
Oh.
So real quick, the centers are Thompson, McLeod, Osland, Kozak.
Yep.
Those are your centers. First line is Thompson, Krebs, Tuck. Peyton Krebs on the first line. What?
Yeah. Also,
yeah,
we
he's
go on
kind of
defense real
fast.
quick.
He's speedy. Okay, yeah, run down the defense.
So we got Samuelson, Darlene, back two. Then you got Power, Bowen, Byram.
Yeah,
And you
that's
got
a good
Bryson
number
and
too.
Kesselring. So those are our three.
Oh, Kesselring's playing,
and
huh?
starting goaltender, or the goaltenders are Alex Lyon, Colton Ellis.
Well, that's
pretty sure
that's two
Lyon.
goaltenders.
I know. I'm pretty sure Lyon is starting.
Really?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
pretty sure. I'm not sure. But also, I'm taking a note with some injuries. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, lower body, out. These are all the guys that are out.
He's not playing in the
Connor
Olympics either.
Timmins, Jerry Kulik, Josh Norris, Justin Danforth. Day-to-day, we got Zach Benson and Jordan Greenway. Those are our day-to-day injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Greenway's a good guy we have for the team. He's a good player.
Oh yeah. He's
he's
a leader in the locker room too, from what I hear.
Yeah, from the
I
guy.
am also hearing that Alex Lyon should be getting the start tonight.
Okay.
Not confirmed yet, until they come up warm-ups, but that's what I'm hearing.
Okay. Do you wanna
Players to watch.
Yes, that.
Tage Thompson, Rasmus Dahlin, and Alex Lyon. We've got three great goaltenders this year. There's really, at this point in this season, and throughout the whole season, I don't see a drop off with any three of them. I would have said Colton Ellis before the other game, but he played so well. He's probably got they all got the same goalie coach, and yeah, so I don't really see a drop off in any three of our goaltenders. So I'm good to go with Alex Lyon tonight, and see what our offense could bring by Tage Thompson, Josh Doan. He's just been on a tear lately. Bowen Byram, he's crafty. He's very creative. You could tell when he doesn't seem to make too many mistakes. Bowen Byram, he before the offseason, he was demanding a big paycheck. Didn't quite get it. Said, "All right, I'll take the Sabres, stick with them," even though he didn't really want to. Want to go to Bowen Byram?
Bowen Byram, oh.
But I think maybe his opinion has changed now. He could be looking for a contract from the Sabres if that's the direction they want to go, or he could be a big chip. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, I'm just gonna skip ahead here because we got a lot of stuff to make up here.
Stuff to get to.
Yeah. So Penguins, they're historically strong against Buffalo. Buffalo enters off the overtime loss Tampa and hope to get some points for the Olympic break. And
we're looking for that momentum. We want to.
Some game storylines are
on a high note.
Special teams, could swing some momentum. Penguins have a high-powered power play, and Sabres, we have a solid penalty kill.
Yep, and
have some injury gaps. Sabres and I think Penguins have a couple injuries. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be. Hold on, before we leave the Sabres game behind, they're playing tonight against the Penguins, like we've been just breaking it down for you. Last game before the Olympic break, they really, really want this. Alex Tuck said it himself, whether it was he at the moment or not, he said this goal is not to make the playoffs, it's the cup. Yeah. So now he knows he said
motivated,
that. It's not like that those words are lost in him. So he's going to want to back it up. The whole team wants to back it up. He's a motivator. But we've got a lot of leaders on this team, and it's great to see them finally playing as a real team and not, head into the trade deadline where guys are just showcasing their talents to other GMs around the league. It's awesome how this is organically grown to what it is so far this year, and I'm enjoying the ride.
Okay.
Sabres on a warpath.
Now we're gonna go to the NBA trades. Now, I put all of them from
NBA.
They're from February 3rd to the trade deadline. I did get rid of a couple that were more there might be more boring. Add some big trades in there. So we're gonna summarize all of them, and we're gonna tell about the two Knicks trades that are in there. So I guess I'll start off. So the first trade, February 3rd, was the Chicago Bulls, Detroit Pistons, and Minnesota Timberwolves trade.
Where? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the trade.
For what team to what person? Say that again.
The Bulls, the Pistons, and the Timberwolves.
It was a three-team trade.
Trade.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So, out of this trade, the Bulls received Mike Conley Jr., 4.4 points per game, 1.8 rebounds per game. He's a point guard. And they got Jade Ivey, 8.2 points per game, 2.2 rebounds, and rebounds per game, the guard. That's what the Bulls received. And the Pistons received Kevin Huerter, got 11 points per game, about 4 rebounds per game, and he's a shooting guard. Pistons also received Dario Saric, 3.2 points per game, 2.8 rebounds per game. He is I forgot what that's called. I think it's a PF, whatever it's called. And the Timberwolves just got a little bit of cash, Got a little copying machine. If you know what I mean there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do the next trade? It's the Utah Jazz Grizzlies trade. Do you want to summarize that up for us?
Utah Jazz.
Yes, worked out perfectly. Then you'll do the Cavaliers trade.
That's not really that big of a trade.
4 guys
that I know a whole lot about. I could talk about the Pacers. They got Ivica Zubac.
We're going off track here. We got to go in order. These are some Big trade. Do you want me to do it?
Why? Let me just talk about the big one, the Zubak.
gotta go in order.
Veka Zubak Pacers.
Go in order. Come on. Yeah, I made the order for.
But I don't know anything about the trade.
Fine, I'll do it. Okay. So the Jazz and the Grizzlies had a little trade. The Jazz received Jaren Jackson Jr., 18.1 points per game, 6.4 rebounds per game, and he's a PF/center. I forgot what it's called. Maybe we should look that up. Then they also got, this is a four-player trade for both teams. They also got John Conchar, 4.9 points per game, 3.4 rebounds, guard. Jock Landale, his name is Jock, 6.3 points per game. He almost had 5 rebounds per game, the center. Vince Williams Jr., 7.1 points per game, 4.3 rebounds as the guard. Now, the Grizzlies receive Walter Clayton Jr., the rookie with limited minutes. He's a guard. I don't have any stats because it'd be like 0.4.
We don't need to go through all the stats for all these,
Yeah. Also, another big player.
Let me just step in
Kyle
because I just want
Anderson.
to talk about the big trades. The ones that people are really talking about. Veka Zubak. The Pacers finally get someone to replace Miles Turner, who left from Milwaukee this past summer. The Clippers, they get 2 first-round picks, 1 second. Benedict Marthina and Isaiah Jackson in the trade. But the Pacers, what they did, they replaced Miles Turner, upgraded, and in my opinion, they get an A++ for that trade.
Okay.
And then go ahead. You can talk about, and then I just have one more NBA trade, and then we can move on.
Okay, we're talking about the Dallas Mavericks and the Washington Wizards. Now, the Wizards
Mavs, okay,
received
who did they trade?
AD, Anthony Davis, still a little older, but he's still getting 23.6 points per game and about 12 rebounds. D'Angelo Russell, 17 points per game, 3 rebounds. The guard. And the Mavericks received also Jaden Hardy and Dante Exum. Mavericks received, let me check out.
What about James Harden?
James Harden, I will get to that.
Well, let me break that down for
They
you.
also got Marvin Bagley.
So
Bagley?
James Harden, the
Why?
beard, he's been. This is, I think, his 5th team. He's always overhyped and underutilized, and just underperformed. He underperforms, and I think what the Cavaliers are saying is they don't think that Donovan Mitchell is going to resign this offseason. So they're going to get James Harden in here, and they're going to give him a little, they're going to add, I think, a year onto the contract so he can get paid for another year and be on the team. And I think this is kind of like a signal that, they don't think Donovan Mitchell is going to sign. So they bring in Harden, and we'll see how that works because I don't know if it's ever worked for James Harden.
Okay, Knicks. You want to talk about Knicks here? Knicks.
Sure, let's talk about the New York Knicks. I'm wearing a Knicks hat right now.
New York Knicks and New Orleans Pelicans traded out. It was like 12 a.m. I think that's when they traded. The Knicks received Jose Alvarado, 7.9 points per game, 3.1 rebounds as a guard, and Dalen Terry, 3.5 points per game, 1.9 rebounds, guard/forward. And the Pelicans received some picks. I think they got 2 second rounds. If you want to look that up. And also, they also made another trade. So I'm just going to check that out real quick. Let me find it if you want to talk about another trade while I search for it. Yeah, did you find those
No,
draft
just
picks?
more. I got a quote here from Donovan Mitchell on the James Harden trade. We both want the same thing. We both want a championship. I think it's going to be special, Mitchell said. He told Cleveland.com this. I think it's going to be scary to deal with, but it's going to take time. We're going to have to continue to build and get better and have those conversations.
Okay.
Have those conversations.
So I think
talking
that's
about?
actually all of the big trades. So That right there is going to be... Yeah, so also, one more trade I'll put in. Golden State Warriors and Atlanta Hawks traded. The Hawks, Jonathan Kuminga and Buddy Hield. Kuminga had 12.1 points per game and 6 rebounds. And the Warriors, seen Kristaps Porzingis. He was from... Remember, I think the Knicks actually drafted him. He went to Celtics. Now he was to Atlanta. Now he's with the Warriors. 17.1 points per game, 5.1 rebounds. He's tall. He's a tall dude, and he's going to be a Warrior trying to win a championship there.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see that. There's a lot of conversation about that. Wonder if it's worth it. And, also Chris Paul got traded to Toronto, and he actually doesn't even need to report. So,
He's
who
going
knows?
to retire?
He might retire, he might not.
Well, I know Giannis didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Neither did John Morant.
John Morant.
John Morant on Memphis. But, that would have been cool if Giannis got moved to the Knicks.
Okay, so I think it's time to do a little rapid fire.
Rapid fire?
Yeah. So, I guess,
Rapid fire. Go ahead. Hit me with the rapid fire questions.
First one, Super Bowl final score.
Super Bowl final score will be 2017.
20-17.
Yes.
Who wins?
Seattle.
Okay. And now it's your turn.
That's not rapid fire. If I have to go and then you go.
Yeah.
You ask the questions. I'll answer them.
No, it's you going. It's rapid fire. You
Okay,
go.
then.
We got both answer.
All right, fine. First touchdown scorer.
I'm gonna say Kenneth Walker.
JSN.
Hoping that they don't hand it off to Charbonnet at like the 1 yard line. What they always do.
Okay,
So,
this says most receiving yards. What does that mean?
most receiving yards in the Super Bowl.
You mean by one individual player?
Mm-hmm. Most receiving yards.
Oh, who's going to have the most receiving yards?
Yeah.
JSN.
Yeah. I was thinking JSN too. I think he's gonna have a big game. Next up, Super Bowl MVP.
I'm going to go with Sam Darnold.
Yeah. I don't really think Sam Darnold, he's not a flashy quarterback. I think it's actually going to be JSN.
Okay.
Yeah. And next one, Sabres bounce back plan from that.
Bounce back.
Yep. What's that loss? How they're going to
Respond, yeah. I don't think they need to necessarily. Man, what is going on upstairs? Dogs.
Dog fight.
Dog fight. Dog playing. Sabres, I don't know if they need to bounce back. I think they just need to carry that momentum into another tough challenge with Pittsburgh, the way they're playing really well, their power play and penalty kill. I think they just need to carry that over and play that same style.
Yeah. I actually think that they need to, playing Pittsburgh, the way they play, they need to have more, I think they need to have a lot of energy in them. They need to attack.
Right off the jump?
What? Yeah, to try to catch them off guard.
Yeah.
Next up, you think the Sabres are going to make any trade deadlines activity? You think that's going to happen, anything?
Yes.
What do you think they'll do?
I think they might bring someone in. I know Panarin, he's gone now. He went to the Kings today. Timmy Panarin from the Rangers went to the Los Angeles Kings, but I was kind of thinking that, but that's not happening. I do think with this new GM who just took over and they started winning instantly, and he hasn't really made any trades or any significant trades. I think for him to stay pat would be would be odd. But we're buyers. We're clearly buyers, not sellers.
Mm-hmm.
If Bowen Byron or Alex Tuck say, or have through their channels, agents say, shop me, then something like that could happen, even if they are on a winning streak. I don't know. I would doubt that from Alex Tuck in this moment.
He's from Syracuse,
New
York, or not Syracuse, from like somewhere.
Maybe he's looking to get an
north.
extension. Maybe he'll get extended on trade deadline day.
Who knows? Yeah. So next up, I had some notes on Devin Levi.
What are your notes on Devin Levi?
A potential Devin Levi call up.
Or a potential Devin Levi trade. Yeah.
So for AHL, he's played 24 games, 13-7-4.
Okay.
He has a 2.81 goals against average, a 905 save percentage, and he has 2 shutouts. That's this season so
Nice.
far. Last season, he played 42 games. He had 2.2 games against average, 919 save percentage, and he had 7 shutouts. AHL's
919,
best
that's good.
in regular season. In the
Nice.
playoffs, he had 8 games in the 2025 playoffs, 5-3, 910, and then in 2024 he had 5 games played, 9.23. And his combined playoff save percentage, 916 out of 13 games, and he's a starting goaltender for them.
Yep. He went
And-
5-3 in the playoffs last year.
His best season was 24-25. He went 25-13-4, 919 save percentage, and 2.2 goals against average. That 2.2 goals against average and 7 shootouts really something you gotta look out for. You know.
Yeah. I mean, so he thinks, from what I understand,
Let's say
he thinks his numbers are good enough. He should be in the NHL now. And he doesn't feel like the Sabres are giving him that opportunity, and they're not. They're letting him mature in the minor leagues. But if he really is like, move me, I don't want to play for this organization because I want to go to an organization that will give me the most likely opportunity to start in the NHL, then a deal could be made to accommodate that.
yeah. So
And hopefully a deal would be made that would, benefit us.
okay, we're actually gonna skip the next
Not
rapid
just,
fire.
unload just
We're gonna
because he
do-
wants to go somewhere else.
AD in Washington. Do you think Anthony Davis for the Washington Wizards? Do you think he will succeed there?
AD, yeah, he'll succeed in Washington.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do think so
he's
too.
a team player.
I think he's gonna I think he's gonna be that role veteran player that they need. Next up, LeBron James staying with the Lakers. He said that he's not gonna be traded. He doesn't want to trade. So you think that think the Lakers can make a run this year with LeBron?
No.
No, and Luka. Okay.
Well, he got traded there last year.
No,
Yeah, he did.
Luka. Or who are you talking about? LeBron? LeBron's been Lakers for like 5 years.
Luka Doncic
Yeah, you got traded.
last year.
Yeah, they're talking about
That's
LeBron.
all. No. Yeah, I was talking about Luka. I don't know what is their record right now. Let me look it up.
I think I'm gonna say they're probably like first or second in their conference.
Okay.
That's what I think they are. I'm just guessing.
The Lakers are in 6th in the West.
Whoa.
They're 30-19.
I thought they were good at one point. Okay.
6-4 in the last 10 games.
So I think that's gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, pretty much. The Knicks, they went on a little slide.
8-game win streak now.
Now they're 8-2, won
Boy.
8 in a row. Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
I think this next team is gonna go all the way. They're not gonna.
I hope so.
I mean, the playoffs are looking good. Looks like if they're gonna go all the way, they're probably gonna play either OKC, but these have to be Pistons, who are good.
Whatever, the kind of fans that, so I've been a New York Knicks fan. I'm wearing the hat right now. I've been a New York Knicks fan since 2023, and I pay attention to the regular season. I watch the games, maybe not 100% all of it from the very beginning to the very end. A lot of times just catch the beginning and parts of the middle and the end.
Yeah.
But I follow the team, follow the stats, follow the players, and when playoffs come, it is so exciting. New York Knicks playoff is really, really thrilling sports to watch.
Yeah,
and
Brunson, Cat.
Yeah,
we
and they
really
had a
have
great run last year.
Starting 5, and we have this. We have a couple new players, Tyler Kolek and another rookie, looking like they're
Yeah, we got some
starting
new
to do
players
good.
from last year, yeah.
We have a good starting 5. We have OG, Brunson,
Evan
Cat,
Mobley,
Hart, and another guy. I forgot what his name was. McBride or Bridges too.
Mikal Bridges. I
Yeah.
think he's a bench player, though.
No, he's not a bench player.
No?
He's Yeah, he's a good 3-pointer too. But he did have that. We almost lost because of him when they in the end of the first overtime. They missed it, and Mikael Bridges got a foul on him because he shoved the player who was trying to get the ball, and there's no time left. So if he wouldn't have done anything, would have won there. But still got the win. So that'll do it for AYP. Catch us next time.
AYP.
Next week we'll probably have some news of Super Bowl, some Knicks news.
Yep, go Seahawks. Don't want, as a Bills fan, don't want to see the Patriots win another Super Bowl. Go Seahawks, but really, go Bills.
That's correct. Okay.
Go Bills. AYP.
Out.
Out.